one. I'm smaller than everyone else my age. In the house at school, the bigger kids sometimes bump into me or step on my toes. Sorry, Stephanie. I didn't see you, they say. At the playground, little kids always want to play with me. Some even try to boss me around. Don't climb up that big slide, little girl, one kindergartner warned me last week. You might fall and hurt yourself. I think I'll be okay, I said. She watched me slide down. Her mouth gaped open. My best friend, Katie, is one of the tallest kids in the 2nd grade. Her legs are so long that when she walks, I have to jog to keep up with her. Sometimes grown-ups ask her, "Who's your little friend?" asked one day while I was over at Casey's house. Her grandma thought Casey was babysitting me. I used to try to make myself taller. I hung from the tree in our backyard. To stretch out my limbs. I even ate my vegetables, all of them, but I never seemed to grow. Don't worry, Mom said. Being small had its perks. Did it? I'd never noticed any. One day, Mr. Alvarez told the class that we'd be putting on a spring play. I practiced all the lines before the attention, but I never got a chance to deliver them. As soon as I walked on stage, Mr. Alvarez cried out, "Sophie, you'll be perfect as the elf. You're just the right size for the costume." When the attention was finished, Mom was waiting outside for me. Mr. Alvarez made me an elf. I grumbled. I don't want to be in the play anymore. "Oh, honey," she said, "I know you didn't get the part you wanted, but I also know you love acting. I'll bet you'll be the best elf in the play." That won't be hard to do, I thought, since I'm the only elf in the play. May got the lead role. A girl walked through a fairy forest in search of her lost dog. In the last scene, she finds a box under a gigantic mushroom. When she opens it, guess what jumps out? Mr. Alvarez's dog. Prince played the dog role. She brought him to all kinds of rehearsals. He liked all the kids, but she seemed to like me the best. The night of the show, my first line came early. Let's ask the fairy queen romantic stuff. At the end, when Mia opened the box, Prince jumped as planned. Box. He jumped into the gigantic mushroom, which fell over. Then he leaped off the stage and disappeared underneath it. Mr. Alvarez called him, but he whispered and refused to come out. The lights came on the theater, and the audience started to fidget in their seats. The entire class gathered at the edge of the stage. we going to get him out of there? Leonard asked. I'm small enough to squeeze under there, I say. I'll get him. I crawl through the dust and the cubbies beneath the stage until I reached Prince. As I talked to him softly, he licked my face. When we emerged together, the audience clapped and cheered. In fact, we got more applause than the stars at the end of the show. My parents were proud, and so was I. After that, I stopped worrying so much about my size. In fact, I decided that Mom was right. Being small has its perks.